Good morning and welcome to our joint Tuesday Tea event with the Wilkes University Small Business Development Center. Uh, this special edition Tuesday Tea is part of a week-long celebration for Small Business Week with the SBDC. And this Tuesday Tea will be led by Dorothy Lane from the SBDC to introduce some community partners that offer services to help small businesses in our region. And they will give a quick overview on some of the services that they can offer any small businesses out there in Northeast PA. So now I'd like to turn it over to Dorothy Lane from the SBDC. Dorothy?
Yep, got
there
it.
We go.
Thanks, Ahmad. I'm Dorothy Lane, and I'm the director of the Wilkes University Small Business Development Center. This week marks the 58th year of Small Business Week, a week that is dedicated to shining a spotlight on the backbone of our economy and the pillars of our neighborhood, small businesses. And when COVID-19 first struck, it created historic challenges to the nation's small businesses. So this year, it's all the more reason that they celebrate the successes of our small businesses and appreciate everything that they've gone through in the past year. And today, we wanted to bring together a lot of the partners in Northeastern Pennsylvania who provide assistance to small businesses and have assisted a lot of small businesses in our area, helping them navigate all of the challenges that they face through COVID-19. And today we have with us Ken Okrepke from Ben Franklin Technologies, Susan Riley from the Family Business Alliance, Tyler Day from NEPA Alliance, Andrew Chu from the Institute, Erica Soda from Northeast Pennsylvania Industrial Resource Center, and Cal Layton from SCORE, and myself from the Wilkes Small Business Development Center. So to kick things off this morning, I'm going to ask Ken Okrepke to tell everybody about the services that Ben Franklin can offer.
Well, good morning, and thank you, Ahmad and Dorothy, for giving us an opportunity today to speak to your audience. It's a pleasure to be part of the Tuesday Tea event here. Again, my name's Ken Okrepke, and I have the honor and privilege of serving as the regional manager for Ben Franklin Technology Partners of Northeastern Pennsylvania. I'll just take a couple minutes to give you an overview of our organization and help the audience understand the clients that we serve. First of all, Ben Franklin Technology Partners was funded by the legislature and the governor going back to Governor Dick Thornburgh and Lieutenant Governor Bill Scranton in 1983. So we've been around investing money in early stage technology companies, supporting the connection of manufacturing firms to university resources, and developing the entrepreneurial ecosystem in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania for nearly 40 years. So there Harrisburg and our Ben Franklin covers the 21 counties here in the Northeast. Our corporate headquarters is on Lehigh University's campus, and I'm directly responsible for the deal flow that takes place in the 6 counties up here from Pike County to Lower Luzerne County, north to the New York State border. You heard me mention before that we really support 3 different types of constituents. Number one, it's early stage technology companies. We can invest money in up to $100,000 in a given funding round and up to $450,000 over a period of 3 or 4 years. But the capital is very welcoming, but probably the most important part of what we do is connect our entrepreneurs to resources to help them solve problems like manage cash flow or build sales infrastructure or to help grow their staff and make sure they put the right human resources together. So we can essentially help that entrepreneur, meet their fullest potential. And, 2 good examples would be Signal Amp Health in downtown Scranton. That company started out as an idea of connecting doctors to a set of resources to optimize customer care plans through telemedicine. There are 106 employees now that are employed by Signal Amp Health, right in downtown Scranton. And American Paper Bag is an entrepreneur that was moving through Northeastern Pennsylvania, has worked with many of the partners here on the board that you see here today. And they started out as an idea and now are one of the most novel and innovative paper bag manufacturing companies in the country. There are 40 to 50 employees there at this time, and they continue to grow on a monthly basis. The second thing we do is connect manufacturing firms to university resources, really to support process improvement or product development projects, and we can offset a portion of that cost of that project. And then finally, we support the entrepreneurial ecosystem by really either investing in or bringing consultants and services to the entrepreneurial ecosystem, which is really the business incubators. In Northeastern Pennsylvania, there are 7 business incubators in this footprint that I'm responsible for, and there are 15 business incubators in the 21 counties. We're one of the largest incubator networks in the country, here in Northeastern Pennsylvania. We're proud, from Ben Franklin's perspective, to support that entrepreneurial enthusiasm and the resources here in the region. So again, Ahmad and Dorothy, I want to thank you very much for the opportunity to present here today, and look forward to working with any of the entrepreneurs in Northeastern Pennsylvania, whether it's bringing dollars or identifying the additional resources to support their growth.
Okay, up next, Sue Riley.
Great, Ken, that was great. I'm Sue Riley. I'm the director for the Family Business Alliance, and it's great to be here recognizing and celebrating National Small Business Week. Thank you, Ahmad and Dorothy, for the invitation. This is great to be here. What I would just like to point out to everyone is the things that we can offer. Small businesses, and I don't think people even realize this, really start off with an entrepreneur who has an awesome idea, and she goes to her mom and she's looking for some funding for that first prototype, and the mom comes through, and it gets launched, and you needed more money to, what are we going to do for our logo? And mom comes through again, and immediately you have a family business. You have 2 generations working in that business and 2 generations working on decision making. So you bring in many dynamics into that environment. And no one is going to be more passionate to work in your business than your family. And no one will probably work harder for you than your family. Family businesses are an awesome place to work, because not only does that culture of family and taking care of one another in that family unit, but it also transcends to their employees. Family Business Alliance has been around for over 20 years now. We are helping families find the best solution to transition their business from one generation to the next. We are at Wilkes University and Penn State Scranton, and we utilize the talents of the professors and staff at both of those institutions. And we also have incredible sponsors and advisors in M&T Bank and RJG Law. Kieran Casey just stepping up to do a call on the new recommendations for OSHA for requirements for vaccine, and what does that mean for all of our family businesses? What do they need to do? And really sharing those best ideas. So as part of the Family Business Alliance, we do educational programming, doing those sort of calls to talk about issues, bringing in national speakers like Mitzi Perdue or Pierre DuPont, who have run major organizations. But really what people want to know is, the family dynamics and what has happened with that business and how it keeps going. But each family is unique, and each family and each business has special needs. And what those are. And it's the conversations to find out the best resources. Does somebody need a special resource that we might be able to find with our national association through Family Business Alliances right across the country? So really talking about the issues and finding out what we can do. But learning also happens through one another, and rubbing elbows with one another, and being able to say, hey, I know that you had the same issue in your family, and how did you get through that? So we offer peer groups for our members. So for current generation owners, and then also for next generation who wants to try to take over in leadership. And so it would be great to have more in the community involved in that. And I look forward to conversations with people to be able to offer those resources to everyone. And a lot of details could be found right on our website, which is just fballiance.org. Thank you.
Thanks, Sue. And then I believe up next we have Andrew Chu from the Institute.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks to Dorothy and Ahmad, the Wilkes SBDC and the Wyoming Valley Chamber have been phenomenal partners to the Institute for a long time. My name is Andrew Chu. I'm Senior Research and Policy Analyst at the Institute, formerly the Institute for Public Policy and Economic Development, but locally people just call us the Institute. We were formed in 2004 as a partnership of what's now 13 higher education institutions in Lackawanna and Luzerne counties. And our role is really to be a partner for community-based research and to support decision makers with the best data and research and information to support a strong and healthy and vibrant Northeastern Pennsylvania. We do research on a number of topics, including business, economics, housing, health, transportation, many different types of subjects that affect businesses and organizations in different ways. We also provide customized one-on-one support to businesses. We can develop tailored research solutions to provide organizations with the data and research that they need to support them in growing and thriving in our region. And whether that's a new business, an existing business, large institutions, we work with many nonprofits and government agencies as well. We do research like market studies to help understand the local market and demographics, feasibility studies. We do economic impact studies, workforce and talent research. Basically, we will develop a research plan to meet the needs of individual organizations. And we're always happy to discuss your organization's individual needs. That being said, we also provide a lot of data and research for free to the public on our website, institutepa.org. And encourage you to go on there and check it out and sign up for our newsletter so you get all of the updates. Among our research products are an annual indicators report. Our regional indicators report is basically a data book of different regional data and indicators pertinent to Northeast PA, everything from population and demographics to workforce and jobs and housing statistics, health and infrastructure, all sorts of different data that will help you understand the challenges and the communities of Northeastern Pennsylvania and where your organization fits in. We also have quarterly newsletter of economic and business data called the Quarterly Economy Tracker. Again, you'll get that if you sign up for our newsletter. So I encourage you to check out all of the different research and data that's available on our website, that's institutepa.org. So thank you again for the opportunity to share what we're doing here. We've been told that sometimes we're the best kept secret in Northeastern Pennsylvania. So we're trying to be a little bit less secret, and we look forward to hearing from new friends who are out there hearing from us for the first time. Thank you.
Thanks, Andrew. The next up we have, I believe, is Tyler Day from NEPA Alliance.
Thank you, Dorothy, and thank you to the Wyoming Valley Chamber and the Wilkes University SBDC for having us this morning. So as Dorothy said, my name's Tyler. I work here at the NEPA Alliance. I feel like sometimes to steal Andrew's thunder there, we're the best kept secret also in Northeastern Pennsylvania. I think we all kind of feel like that sometimes. So we cover a lot of services here at NEPA Alliance. We're the local development district. We're one of the 7 local development districts across the Commonwealth. We serve 7 counties up here in Northeastern Pennsylvania. Carbon, Monroe, Pike, Wayne, Lackawanna, Schuylkill, and of course, Luzerne County. So we really run the gambit on services. We're the metropolitan planning organization for most of Northeastern Pennsylvania. We have a nonprofit assistance center. But for small businesses, we offer 3 distinct programs in our business development services program, sort of the 3-legged stool. So I'll go over those programs this morning. So I'll start with our international program. Debbie Langen is our international manager. So if you're a business, if you're a manufacturer, for example, that's looking to export, looking to get into foreign markets, Debbie Langen would be a great person to talk to. She has a bunch of services. She is your point of contact if you would like to get in touch with one of Pennsylvania's trade representatives. Pennsylvania has a bunch of trade representatives throughout the world that the state contracts with. So if you're looking to get into, say, the UK, and you have questions on, what's the business climate in the UK, what's this or that regulation in the UK, or in France, the national laws, but also the European Union, how that works. That would be a great person. Debbie would be a great person to talk to. She also administers the GAP grant, which is a grant that Pennsylvania has. If you're looking to attend a conference that's related to international trade overseas, the GAP grant through the Commonwealth can help assist you get to that conference. And it's not just overseas, also sort of the gateway to the international markets are right here in North America, in Canada and Mexico. So that's the first leg of our business development stool. We also have our Business Finance Center here at NEPA Alliance. It administers the SBA 504 loan, one of the places you can go for that. And also has about a dozen other low interest loan programs. It's for mostly for buildings. If you're a manufacturer, machines, we can't finance rolling stock. But if you're looking to expand your business, our Business Finance Center is a great place to go to. Donovan Clem is the manager of the Business Finance Center. And then we have the PTAC, where I'm out of, the Procurement Technical Assistance Center. We're one of the 7 PTACs throughout the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And we're really here to help businesses in Northeastern Pennsylvania, both large and small, enter into the government contracting field. The government likes things done a certain way. They don't make it easy. So that's kind of why we're here, to be that entry point. So we have a bunch of services. We can help you just get in the system for award management. That's what you need to be in. You need to be registered in to do any business with the federal government. We can help you get a PA vendor number. And we have some clients who come to us. They say, we just want to be ready. If a contract comes up, we want to be ready to pounce on it. We have some clients who, we kind of go through solicitations with them page by page, and help them basically from the start of it to when they're submitting it to the government. So please, like I said, we're here at the NEPA Alliance. We are here, we are a resource. So please use us. And like I said, I want to really thank the Wyoming Valley Chamber and the Wilkes SBDC for having us on here today. So thank you.
Thanks a lot, Tyler. I appreciate that. The next one up is Eric Asoda from NEPIRC, Northeast Pennsylvania Industrial Resource Center. Eric.
Thank you, Dorothy. I wanted to wish everyone a happy Small Business Week. I hope everyone's week is going very well. And I wanted to, much like my colleagues, thank you, Dorothy, and the team at the Small Business Development Center, and Amada, your team at the Chamber, for putting this all together for our small business community and for our respective organizations. So thanks for your continued partnership. Dorothy, thank you also for that introduction. My name is Eric Asoda, and I'm the president and CEO of the Northeastern PA Industrial Resource Center. And that's a little bit of a mouthful, so we're better known by our acronym, which is behind me, NEPIRC, N-E-P-I-R-C. And in case I forget to mention, our website is www.nepirc.com. And if you need to get in touch with me after this presentation, my email is Eric, E-R-I-C, simply my first name, @nepirc.com. NEPERC is a non-for-profit consulting organization that specifically works with small and mid-sized manufacturers to help them achieve their growth goals and create good-paying jobs right here in our 11-county neighborhood. And we do that simply because, as Dorothy made mention, we understand that small businesses are really the backbone of our communities and really the lifeblood of our economy. There's about 14,000 small and mid-sized manufacturers located across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And that's a portion or a section of our small business community and our overall manufacturing community that has continued to grow despite many challenges over the past decade. Going into the COVID-19 pandemic, as a matter of fact, employment in the small to mid-sized manufacturing community in Pennsylvania was growing at a rate 2.5 times the overall growth rate of Pennsylvania's employment. So we were really going into the COVID-19 pandemic, not realizing we were going into it, but just in that point in history, our small and mid-sized manufacturers are really growing at a phenomenal rate and providing those good paying jobs that our communities rely upon. Then, of course, the COVID-19 pandemic hit and set us all back quite a bit, some more than others. And now our manufacturing community is starting to flourish once again. So we hope to be able to continue to help our manufacturers rebound and recover from the COVID-19 pandemic. How do we do that? Pennsylvania has been and continues to be a leader in small business startups and entrepreneurship. And that's because of the great ecosystem that you see here today and that we all enjoy. The organizations, whether it be the small business development centers, the chambers, SCORE, our friends at Ben Franklin Technology Partners, Kenny and his team, and our great partners at NEPA Alliance and others, really do a phenomenal job of helping companies get their legs underneath them, start up and start operating. And we thank all of them for the great work that they do. At some point in time, our manufacturing community and individual manufacturers need to, and here's the buzzword you hear, whether you're watching Shark Tank or listening to your trusted advisor, you need to scale, right? You need to scale up and really start producing your product with improved efficiency and effectiveness in order to meet growing demands. That's where the Northeast PA Industrial Resource Center comes in. When you are achieving scale, when you are growing, some folks refer to that as growing pains. We refer to it as growth opportunities because it really reflects the fact that your product has value to your customers and brings a certain value to the community that otherwise wouldn't be there. We want to make sure that our manufacturers can grow at a rate that the demand for their product justifies and their desires demand. So what do we help with? Well, as you're growing, you're going to experience certain, again, those growing pains or what we call those growth opportunities, the need for new employees, the need to really streamline your operations, maybe the need to diversify your supply base. Maybe it's a need to really create those tiers within your organizations. So you're not wearing all those multiple hats. You now have supervisors, team leaders, and other professionals that can help you within your organization so you can focus on why you got into business in the first place, to bring your product to market, to attract new customers and grow the business. Whether it's really needing to embrace some new technologies and really consider ways in which you can scale up more efficiently without pulling your hair out at night and staying up too late at night worrying about things. And whether it's creating or obtaining those industry certifications and those industry designations that your customers are starting to require so that you can tap into those new markets. It's really a myriad of services that I don't want to belabor my audience and my colleagues with having to listen to. It's more of really living up to what our name is, the Industrial Resource Center. We all have outreach. We all have great ways of communicating and reaching out to our small and mid-sized manufacturing community. But if there's one call that you'd like to make, I encourage you to call myself. Reach me on my email. Again, it's eric@nepirc.com. We'll connect you as that resource to the right organization. We all want to serve our small and mid-sized manufacturing community, but none of us have a stake in the game that we need to keep your challenges and your account to ourselves. We share wonderfully here in Northeastern Pennsylvania, and we'd be very glad and honored to be able to take your concern and deploy that out throughout many of the great providers that you see around the horn here today and others that couldn't make it today just because of scheduling conflicts, to make sure that our small to mid-sized manufacturers get the resources they need in the right size, at the right cost, or free, so that you can continue to grow and create those jobs. So thanks, Dorothy and Ahmad, for allowing me to share that message today.
All the work you do. I'm sorry, I'm having a problem with my audio here. I was going to say thank you so much, Eric, for all of your information, and we're going to pass it along now to Cal Layton from SCORE.
Dorothy, thank you for inviting us, and thanks to the Wilkes-Barre Chamber of Commerce. SCORE is originally stood for Service Corps Retired Executives, but we went with the acronym and including people that are much younger today to embrace their skills as technology rapidly changes. We've been a resource partner of the SBA since 1964, and we have over 300 chapters throughout the United States with over 10,000 volunteers. And we have access to every one of those volunteers. So when people come to us for free business counseling and mentoring, we have the ability to tap into expertise in any industry discipline that comes up in the course of our counseling sessions. And that is quite an advantage for our clients. We provide mentoring for from startup on to growing existing businesses. We do virtual mentoring now, more so since the pandemic, but we will do in person as well if it's necessary. We've done business planning, assisting with business planning, helping people market their business, deal with their finances. We can counsel and help you get started with your with QuickBooks. And whatever comes up, we can find a solution or find somebody that can help you with whatever problem you're dealing with. For more information, the best thing to do is to access our website, which is nepa.score.org, and we look forward to interacting with the future entrepreneurs of Northeastern Pennsylvania.
Cal, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So I'm just going to give a brief overview about the Wilkes University Small Business Development Center. We have been in existence since 1980. We were one of the original 7 SBDCs that began in Pennsylvania, and now we've grown to 16 centers throughout the Commonwealth. We're located on college and university campuses, and we do that specifically because we leverage on a lot of the resources that the universities provide. Both students we work with in helping us do some of our consulting work, and also through some of the research tools that are available on our campuses. The Wilkes University SBDC covers a 5-county territory. We cover Carbon, Columbia, Luzerne, Schuylkill, and Sullivan counties. And what we do is we provide no-cost, confidential consulting and educational programming to aspiring entrepreneurs as well as existing businesses. So for startup businesses, which is kind of what we're known for, a lot of people talk about a best kept secret, don't realize that we work with existing businesses as well. But for startup businesses, we have an array of services that we provide, everything from feasibility. If you have an idea, but you're not sure if it's going to fly, we can help you through that process, doing some research and figuring out if perhaps maybe it's a better hobby than a business idea, or vice versa. We help you through all of the steps to business ownership, looking at licensing and registrations. We help you identify and secure financing if that's something you need to get your business started, helping you with your marketing plan and marketing assistance, figure out a social media strategy for you, and grand openings, just to name some of the things we do, and there's more for sure. And then for existing businesses, we offer all of those same services that I had mentioned for startups, but in addition, we help with expansion planning and financing, financial management, human resources, cybersecurity, which is becoming a real big program right now. And I know Cal and SCORE is going to have a program next week. I'll give that a shout out. I encourage everyone to participate. And any type of record keeping, which that really has been a light that has been record keeping has been shined upon during COVID, because it was so important for anyone who was applying for any type of disaster assistance that they had good records in place. And we found that that was a weakness for a lot of small businesses, especially the mom and pops. They weren't really prepared. So we're doing a lot of work with our current clients and hopefully some new clients to kind of help them get a better system in place. We also offer environmental management assistance through our EMAP program, which is a great resource. We have consultants who will come right into your business, help you with everything from, more energy efficient operations. If you're not quite sure what to do with wastewater, any environmental issues that you might have. And then last but not least, during the pandemic, we meaning the Pennsylvania Small Business Development Centers, put together some centers of excellence that really focused on helping businesses through the pandemic. And they're scattered throughout the state. And they run everywhere from travel and tourism to healthcare to Latino businesses to digital marketing. So we encourage everyone to take advantage of those services. As I said, all of our services are free and they're confidential. And one of the things that I always find very important to say about the Pennsylvania Small Business Development Center network, it's not super difficult to get a business started in Pennsylvania. You can kind of piece things together pretty easily. But one of the things that we're very proud of is the process that we go through in working with our clients and making sure that they're very well prepared, not only to get the business started off on the right foot, but to make sure that it's a sustainable type of program, so that after a year, they don't burn out or run through their finances. So one of the statistics that I like to talk about is that 80% of small businesses who work with a Pennsylvania Small Business Development Center are still in business 8 years after they've opened. And I attribute that completely to the process of planning and really going through a methodical approach to opening your business, rather than just kind of pulling everything together and a shotgun approach. So we hope that you take advantage of our services. And if you do want more information about the Wilkes SBDC, you can find us at www.wilkes.edu/SBDC, and you'll find a bunch of information there. And we hope you take advantage of those services. The other thing that I would echo Eric's sentiments, we all work very well together. And oftentimes, I might get a call from a manufacturer who needs some assistance. And, I'm very happy to pick up the phone and call Eric or one of the members of his team, or same thing with NEPA Alliance and the Family Business Alliance, Ben Franklin, SCORE, all of you. We do work well together. So if you're not sure what your starting point is, reach out to any of us and we'll get you to the right place without a doubt. I wanted to thank everyone. Before I thank everyone, I'm just thinking, one of the folks that we did want to have on this call today, and they did put together a video presentation, but we unfortunately could not access it today, was the Alan P. Kirby Center. Chuck Pierce and Jerry Efalt from the Alan P. Kirby Center, they run the show over there, and they provide a number of services to our community. First and foremost, they offer business assistance or technical assistance to nonprofit organizations, as well as student-run businesses. Students on our campus, or any student, can really go to them and get services to get their business started or grow that business. And nonprofits can work with them on a myriad of issues that they might have. And they have a great group of scholars that they work with. And in addition to those types of programs, they also offer a lot of product development and process development. And I know they work very closely with Eric and Ken on a lot of projects, as well as Cal too. So they are another resource, and I apologize that we weren't be able to get access. Oh, and I'm just seeing in the chat that Ahmad said, I just got access. So Ahmad, do you want to take it over then? Okay.
Yes, I'm just gonna go ahead and share my screen, and get that video up.
Charles Pierce, and I serve as executive director of the LMP Kirby Center for Free Enterprise Entrepreneurship. It was formed in 1993 through the generosity of the LMP Kirby Jr. family, with the help of Wilkes University, in particular, Jr. Paul Oha. Good morning. My name is Charles Pierce, and I serve as Executive Director of the LMP Kirby Center for Free Enterprise and Entrepreneurship. Our center was formed in 1993 through the generosity of the LMP Kirby Jr. family, with the help of Wilkes University. In particular, LMP Kirby Jr., Paul Oha, and then President Christopher Bryson. The original mission of the center was to develop the entrepreneurial program that many of the students currently still take to this day. And a number of students were involved in a group called SIFE, Students in Free Enterprise. And those students went on to compete in many business plan competitions and win them. Since 2014, the center has undergone a metamorphosis, and our focus is on anything that has to do with students and entrepreneurial experience. And at this point, I'd like to turn it over to my Associate Director, Gerald E. Fault.
Thanks, Chuck. Hi, I'm Gerald E. Fault, the Executive in Residence here at the Kirby Center, and honored to be doing this. As following what Chuck said, the Kirby Center really is transformed into a technology transfer, knowledge exchange, and knowledge transfer area. Technology transfer, knowledge exchange, and knowledge transfer. Now, how do we do that? The prime way is through education. And education is our number one deliverable. Now, that includes the Kirby Scholar Program, which is a premier and precedential setting program here throughout the region, where we utilize Kirby Scholars who are exceptional students from all the various departments through the university. It could be marketing, entrepreneurship, DDMA, digital design and media arts, finance. So we have all these scholars, engineering, and we bring them together to give them experiential learning opportunities. So they have a strong academic training here at Wilkes University, but now we're giving them experiential opportunity by working with clients, team projects, individual projects, time-oriented project deliverables, so that they're job ready, career ready, and they have that experience. Our students, we're called Kirby Scholars. We also have Kirby interns. They work at the center. They actually receive pay for the work, and therefore that's a formal structure that we have with them. And they can work up to 20 hours a week. How we work our projects, what we call is a client portfolio. Currently, we have 31 clients that we're working with. The majority of them are from the university, so our prime target audience here is the students of the university, faculty, and staff. That's who our prime objective. But we're also challenged to work with select community clients. And the select community clients are selected here to work to provide the students real deep experiential opportunities. And usually an external client in our portfolio requires something done. It could be a prototype development, it could be a flyer, it could be a graphic, whatever that they need. Marketing analysis, competitive analysis, financial analysis, those are usually done within a very short timeline, within a semester. So they provide a lot of opportunity for our scholars as we're moving through the process. One of the areas I said was education, and that's the Kirby Scholar Program. I'm just going to articulate some of the things that we do with our Kirby Scholars, who are students, again, at Brooks. They help launch and run businesses of the future. They get to understand the nature of free enterprise, value creation, and entrepreneurship through their curricula, but also the experiential and experience-based activities. They develop and implement programs that will enhance the entrepreneurial climate of Wilkes University and Northeast Pennsylvania. So they're actually change agents and providing not only following guidelines, they're actually setting guidelines and rules themselves. So we look for that entrepreneurial spirit and that initiative in our Kirby scholars and interns. And we foster a dialogue of the imperative of pursuing the constitutional goals of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, which is the original charter and mission of this center in 1993. That's how we follow through. And of course, we're looking for results in happiness as an outcome. The other areas we work on is business development. So we have education, number one, business development, and what are we talking about there? Well, we're looking at strategic planning, and we work in conjunction with the Wilkes SBDC for business planning, the structure of the business, but then we look at strategic issues that are within the business model. How do we really launch a business and make it effective and try to transition it into a durable business? So our scholars help with that, so that we do business analysis, do market analysis, competitive analysis, and look at those types of issues within the entire domain of a company's operations. For instance, the personnel, what personnel are required to really effectively grow the business, and then also what do we need to bring in. So we also bring in through our mentor program, and that's part of one of my functions, is to have a mentor program. And the mentors are, right now we have 48 individuals who are highly experienced business professionals and also licensed professionals such as IP, intellectual property attorneys, business attorneys, and CPAs who come again to support our scholars, but also support our clients in making sure we have effective outcomes for the clients and guide them in the right processes so that legally they're holding the regulations as they should, as far as incorporation of a business or an operating agreement, but also ensuring that the business is viable and that there's less issues that accompanies. But we work with them even with issues that arise with business management and business issues at all times. The other area is marketing development, so we do market analysis, we do competitive analysis, there are a couple different things we do. We also work on intellectual property. That's a big area where we're looking at patents, trademarks, and copyrights, and also educating our scholars on what do those mean, but also our clients how to effectively protect their intellectual property. And then the last area is capital. So we're looking at how do people access capital, and we work with the Pennsylvania Angel Network, we work with individual angel groups throughout the region, and then also venture capitalists to help them raise money and effectively raise money so that they don't lose too much equity in the company, but also grow the company.
So in conclusion, if you're looking for assistance from the LMP Kirby Center, please check us out at www.apkcfee.com, and there's a section there that you can sign up to become a client. Thank you.
I'm so glad that you were able to get that running, Ahmad, because quite frankly, I wouldn't be able to speak to all of that. So I'm glad that worked out the way it did. So I don't think there are any questions in the chat that I had seen, but I did want to thank all of you for your participation, Sue, Andrew, Eric, Tyler, Cal, Ken. I really appreciate your time this morning. I think it's clear that the small businesses in Northeastern Pennsylvania have access to a good deal of resources. I hope this Tuesday Tea is a good way to get our messages out so that we're not the best kept secrets in the region any longer and that people can take advantage of our services. And also, Ahmad, I'd like to thank you and the Wyoming Valley Chamber of Commerce for partnering with us this week for National Small Business Week. And I want to encourage everyone to support small businesses, not just this week, but throughout the year. I don't know where the economy would be without them. So thank you so much, all of you, for your time.
Thank you, Dorothy. Quick plug, tomorrow is our Wednesday Wisdom session and, continuing this National Small Business Week effort. So please, if you can, check out the events page, either on our Facebook page or the SBDC's Facebook page to get the link to register for that event. It will be discussing and highlighting businesses that pivoted pivoted or began during COVID, and we're pretty excited. You can check out the list of panelists that will be on there. Again, this will be live streamed on our Facebook page and then transferred over to both the SBDC's YouTube pages and the Chamber's Facebook page for you to check out at a later date. But please register to join for that event, and check out both the SBDC's Facebook page and the Chamber Facebook page for spotlights on some local small businesses throughout the week. And you'll see those coming out through. Feel free to share them, recognize them, showcase them to our community so folks know who they are and what they do here in our area. Dorothy, that's it for me. Do you have anything else to add?
Nope, I think that's it. Thank you
Awesome.
all so much.
Yes, thank you everyone for tuning in. And thank you everyone for joining us on the call today and sharing everything. Thank you so much.
Thank you.